Welcome to the live press conference of first team head coach Xavi Hernández.
¿Qué tal, Xavi? Bona tarda, Marc de Barça TV. Demà jugueu contra un Almeria que va ser...
Tomorrow you play against Almeria, who was the last opponent before the World Cup.
Per intentar protegir-se defensivament. Demà jugueu contra un...
Tomorrow, do you expect them to be highly defensive? Will it be similar to the game that you played in the Spotify Cup now? Well, I can't get into the head of Rubi. He has alternatives, defensive lines of 4 or 5. At home, they've lost few games. They picked up many points. They've got quick and potent players. It'll be difficult. They're strong at home with their fans. They've gotten a lot of points in their stadium. After the loss against Girona, maybe they'll be a bit more defensive with the lines of 5. They'll want to play a lot in our opponent's half, but they're a difficult opponent, especially at home.
Què tal, Xavi? Ramon Salmurri de Catalunya Ràdio. De cara a aquest partit i tenint en compte que venim d'Old Trafford...
Taking into account, you've just come from Old Trafford and the Bernabeu is up next. Is it difficult to concentrate or focus this team on this upcoming commitment? We depend on these kind of games and these points. We can't think about Thursday, even though it's a Clásico in the Cup. Tomorrow, it's the league. We want to win it. So tomorrow are 3 vital points up for grabs for us. We want to be prepared to compete tomorrow, and we'll think about Thursday afterwards. After you've been eliminated from the Europa League, the good side, the positive is that you'll have less physical fatigue. Yeah, tomorrow, that's football. We need to be focused, not 100 but 200%. In La Liga, it's a vital game. 3 important points up for grab. And we want to, of course, have success at the end of the season.
Hola, Xavi, bon dia. Francesc Latorre.
Bon dia.
TV3, et volia preguntar per un nom propi, el de Dembélé.
I wanted to ask you about Dembélé.
Fa un mes de la seva lesió a Girona.
A month ago, he got injured in Girona. How is he? So at this point, and when do you expect his return? He's good. Yesterday, he trained with us. He seems in good form. He's not 100% yet, but he's just about ready to come back with the group. It depends on how he feels as well, on when he comes back. What we can't do is force him to be back with the team. We trust in his judgment to announce his return. But he's doing good so far, and that's important. You always think in positive. Do you think you're obligated to win the league after winning the Super Cup? Would you rate this season as successful? Yeah, I think it'd be a very good season. Whenever you win a league in a big club like Barça, it's a good season. So we depend on ourselves. We're in a good situation now in the league, also in the Cup. We have a difficult opponent coming up, but we're excited to have success, to win the league, the Super Cup, and maybe the Cup will be a great season.
Hola, mister. Buena tarde.
Hola, buena tarde.
Alejandro, directo para Radio Marca. Te preguntaban ahora por Dembélé. Me gustaría preguntarte por Ansu y Araujo. ¿Cómo están? Araujo se retiró en Old Trafford. Ansu hemos conocido que tiene una contusión en la rodilla. ¿Cómo están? Si van a poder estar mañana en Almería o ya directamente el jueves en el Bernabéu. Gracias.
Bueno, Araujo, nada. Está disponible, está al 100%. Y Ansu tuvo ayer una contusión en el entrenamiento, en el partido corto y nada más. En principio será baja para mañana, pero esperamos tenerlo para el jueves.
¿Qué tal, Xavi? Buena tarde.
Buena tarde.
Navarro para Tiempo de Juego. Quería preguntarte si viendo las lesiones que has tenido en las últimas semanas, sancionados también, que no han podido estar, si crees que de cara al verano una prioridad es fichar a jugadores, pero no tanto de un 11 que tengas en mente, sino para tener unos jugadores menos habituales que estén en el banquillo y que puedan que no haya tanta diferencia entre los titulares y los suplentes, jugadores que puedan dar buen rendimiento al FC Barcelona cuando no estén los titulares, cuando haya lesiones o sancionados. Gracias.
Sí, en esto siempre pensamos que el objetivo es tener una plantilla competitiva, que te puedan dar alternativas. Este año tenemos una muy buena plantilla, pero evidentemente en cada mercado, sea invierno, sea verano, el club se tiene que reforzar y tiene que cambiar cosas para ser aún más competitivo, ¿no?
Hola Xavi, buena tarde.
Buena tarde.
Adrián Albets de la cadena SER en directo para el Carrusel Deportivo. Quería saber cómo has pasado tú estos días después de la derrota en Manchester, cómo está Xavi, si te ha costado asumir la decepción o si ha sido fácil porque ahora ya os centráis en la Liga y en la Copa, y también si has hablado con el presidente Laporta y cuál es el mensaje.
What was his message?
No, el mensaje que esto sigue, que tenemos otros objetivos.
The message was life goes on, we have other objectives. The disappointment, the biggest one was falling out of the Champions League, to be honest. After that, this also hurts because losing out on titles always hurts for big clubs, but we still have the league and a cup, which are essential for us to finish off the season the best way possible. We've gotten some success in winning the Super Cup, and now we want to compete in a cup and a league. That's the message within. And also the message that we put out. We want to continue to win titles, and two are still up for grabs. This continues. It annoys us to lose out on this title, the Europa League, but we want to continue to compete. So we need to get up, dust ourselves off. It's a little cloudy, as you can see the weather today, but we need to continue. Nothing has changed. We continue to work hard and humble. And winning is our main objective.
Xavi, Albert Roger de Relevo. Et volia preguntar per Lewandowski. No sé si has pogut parlar amb ell després de...
Have you spoken to Robert Lewandowski after the last game, and how has he been on and off the pitch? No, I haven't spoken to anybody individually, just as a group. We need to be proud the way we've been competing and the way we set up our game plan. I think that we were in a good position to win. This is football. When you face a team as good as United, who are in good form, these things can happen. You can lose. That's the game. They're also frustrated for not having won and advanced to the next round, but we're already thinking about Almeria, thinking positive, that we still have two important titles up for grabs.
Ferran Martínez.
Hola Xavi, Ferran Martínez de Mundo Deportivo. Una mica en la línia de la pregunta d'Albert per Lewandowski. És un any atípic, després del Mundial, planificació física.
It's a strange season, given a World Cup.
Els jugadors arribin ara en un bon estat en el tram final de...
What has changed in terms of your physical preparation of the team for them to be in tip-top shape? Well, physically, you can see the stats that we are the best team in the league. We run the most, with the most intensity, the most rhythm. So we're planning things from a physical aspect the best way possible. We're seeing the team that is competing, that is running, that is sacrificing for the team. The mood is good. After that, you can win, lose, or draw, but our training, our preparation that hasn't changed. It won't be because of a lack of preparation that we miss out on titles. I'm proud of how we're working and running. These are innegotiable aspects, and our main objective is to win. I feel very proud with how we competed the other day.
Hola Xavi, Laia Cervelló del Dia Atlètic. Jo volia preguntar-te si creus que l'eliminatòria en Europa League, de ser una eliminació evidentment d'Europa, creus que pot afectar...
Having been knocked out of the Europa League could have an effect on the team in the league like we saw last season? No, we're going to try that it won't affect us. We need to change the chip. We need to understand that we are in a good position in the league. and that we're in a positive dynamics. We haven't lost a game since the Bernabeu. Tomorrow we need to win in a difficult stadium. A lot of teams have lost there. I think they're the 4th or 5th team with the most points won at home. So tomorrow we want the 3 points and change the chip.
Xavi, aquí, Carlos Pérez de La Vanguardia. Tornant al tema Lewandowski, ell és un jugador que va fer un canvi...
Lewandowski is a player who's had to adjust his style of play to a new system. Bayern was a team that was used to getting deep into the Champions League. Now he's at Barça, who's not playing on a European stage. How is he? Good, he's conscious of the fact that this is a project and a process with a mid to long-term objectives. He decided to come here last year. I think now we are a much more competitive team from when he arrived. We've won 1 title so far. We want more. He's conscious of the fact that we are able to compete against the best. Even though we've been knocked out, we could have also advanced. Robert is now focused on winning the league and the cup.
Et volia preguntar respecte a les segones parts, a vegades, bon dia, què tal?
I wanted to ask you about second halves.
Et volia preguntar respecte a les segones parts, a vegades dona la sensació que l'equip els primers 5-10 minuts una miqueta...
I get the feeling sometimes that during the 5 minutes or so, the team falls asleep, like we saw against United. I don't think we need to generalize. We saw a duel. We lost against United. I don't think in the second minute we dipped a bit in our concentration levels, that's true, and we need to control these little details. That's what we're missing in order to compete a little bit better. But I'm not just talking about, I'm not here to talk about the Europa League, I'm here to talk about the game tomorrow. Manchester is in the past. We are disappointed by our mistakes, but we still have objectives that we want to reach.
Hola, Xavi, Aurora Fuster, principal. Volia preguntar-te perquè avui juga el derbi.
Today is the derby. Would a loss of Madrid in the derby condition this team and give them a boost ahead of this game against Almeria? Yeah, sure. Well, that doesn't depend on us. We need to be focused on what we can control. We need to be 100%, win tomorrow's game, regardless of what happens tonight. Of course, we will watch the game. We'll be traveling, but we'll be dependent on the score of the Madrid derby.
¿Qué tal, Xavi? Hola. Marc Juste para La Sexta y Antena 3. Por la cercanía con el clásico de
Given how close the Clásico and the Cup is, are you excited to play that game to also get over the loss in the Europa League and also to enhance or to reaffirm the good sensations of the team? I think it's a completely different other position or competition, so it has nothing to do with the Super Cup or the Europa League. It's a game over 2 legs in the Bernabeu and the Camp Nou, which will be even more important. But we're focused on Almeria. We'll talk later about throughout the week about Thursday's game.
Hola, Xavi, buena tarde.
Buena tarde.
David Ibáñez de Mediaset. Supongo que te las esperabas, pero después de caer contra el Manchester,
after
salieron esas críticas
losing against Manchester, criticism
a la frase de el Barça
has come out about Barça not reaching expectations on the European stage. How have you handled these criticisms? Yeah, I've read pretty much nothing. Nothing just changed in my approach. If we would have won that game, it would have been, the headlines would have been, Barça are back. You, the press, are more sensationalistic, but we try to do our work here behind closed doors. I think we played a good game. We could have won. We could have lost, which we did. But we need to now lift the mood. We need to know that we competed. We played well. We showed our good side, and now we need to compete for the league and the cup. We don't give much credit to the criticism. Sure, we take it, but we want to turn things around, and we understand this comes with the job.
Te quería preguntar por Ferran Torres. A pesar del resultado del otro día en Old Trafford, se vio que el jugador protagonizó algunas jugadas que pudieron ser determinantes para
Ferran Torres played well against Manchester United. Yeah, I think there has been a change, a click, a switch in mentality. I think he gained a lot of confidence over the last matches, and he's going to be important for us. We're happy that he has this confidence, which he needed to make a difference. It was one of the best games he played with Barça, the one we played at home, and he's going to continue to be important for us.
Hola Xavi, buena tarde. Nacho Jiménez de Más que Pelotas. Hace unos días hablabas de que los compañeros debían buscar más a Lewandowski.
You talked about how the team needs to look more for Lewandowski.
Y si crees que también está condicionado por el sistema de los 4.
Do you think he is conditioned perhaps by the way you play?
No, en este sentido yo creo que participa.
No, I think he participates a lot. He comes down to receive the ball. He associates himself with other players. But we need to look for more in the 18-yard box, yes. I think we're missing that final pass towards him in the penalty box. Robert needs it, and what he's missing is that pass or the cross, looking for him. But he participates a lot in the build-up.
Hola, Guillermo Raspar, Iniestazo. Te quería preguntar por Sergio Busquets.
I wanted to ask you about Busquets. How did you see him in Old Trafford? He played 90 minutes, having come back from his injury. How was his game for you? In a game where a lot was demanded from him. I think he played an excellent first half, like the whole team. In the second half, we suffered more. We didn't have the control that we wanted. We played less in our opponent's half, and Busquets suffers, but so does the entire team. You're then faced with a team that is quick in transition, and we don't have the kind of players to run back and forth. Busquets isn't that player. We need to be playing like a block, both in attack and defense. But it's not just, we don't need to focus on Busquets, but rather on the entire team.
Quería salir un poquito de la temática del día de hoy. El otro día vimos un vídeo tuyo con tu hijo simulando una...
The other day, we saw you play or reenact a press conference with your son. How did you feel in that position? I felt good. I didn't feel the pressure that I do here. The pressure, I passed it off to my son. He was a little bit uncomfortable. But no, it was fun. That's it.
Hola, Xavi, Pau Pedraza, de Partido a Partido. L'altre dia va jugar...
The other day, Sergio Roberto played as a false winger. Is that something you expect more? Yeah, he's a player that can adapt to different positions. He can play as a...
És fonamental tenir futbolistes polivalents en una plantilla.
He can play on left back or left wing. He's very useful for any coach. In the first half, we found him a lot in between lines, and he was involved in the game. And in the second half, we didn't have the possession that we wanted, and we dominated less, so we lost the game.
Buen día. Mi pregunta tiene que ver con el festejo de los jugadores. El otro día
I wanted to ask you about the goal celebrations. Nacho was criticized and Vinicius dances after goals. Do you give your players recommendations or do you allow your players to express themselves as they want?
Bueno, es una pregunta difícil de...
It's a difficult question to answer.
Yo creo que el jugador cuando
I think the player, when they are so happy and the goal is the biggest joy of a way to express your emotions, sometimes anger or frustration comes out after players have received maybe criticism, and each player celebrates their own way. I think we need to be a little bit more empathetic. The player that scores can be very happy, but you need to be empathetic also towards the rival opponents and rival fans. I think you need to celebrate with your own teammates, but a celebration shouldn't be interpreted as a provocation. I think you need to respect your opponents. Yes, but each player celebrates as they want. The first 15 minutes of the training session will be later today at 4